We're back, and today we got some bad news if you're a That Time I Got Reincarnated as a slime, because it seems like the author of the light novel wants to end the actual novel this year in 2025. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, the news broke out yesterday that essentially the author of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a slime wants to end his work in 2025. Now, initially he wanted to end it on the 22nd volume, but because of how popular it is, of course, the editor of That Time I Got Reincarnated as Islam, they were like, no, you can't end it right now. You have to keep writing, because at the end of the day, this is a business, and That Time I Got Reincarnated as Islam, I believe it is the top selling light novel, but it's definitely top 5 for sure. So, of course, as a business, they want to keep running this as much as possible. But me, on the other hand, I definitely will side with the author every time they want to end their series, because I don't want it to get milked to the point where a lot of people lose interest and it just gets bad. So if the author wants to end it this year, all power to him. I can't wait to see the ending of it. Now, me, I'm not a light novel reader. I'm anime only. And honestly, that kind of led me down the rabbit hole to see just how far has the anime adapted the light novel, because I believe they're adapting the light novel and not the manga. I feel like they're very close to the manga and not the light novel, right? Because when I was reading this, supposedly season 3 adapted volumes 7 through 9, and I believe season 4 is going to adapt volume 10 and up, like maybe 10, 11, 12, right? But regardless, it's gonna be a long time before we get season 4, because I believe that the gap between season 2 and 3 was like 2 years or 3 years. It was a long time between seasons, and I think we're about to get that as well when it comes to That Time I Got Reincarnated as Islam. Now, why are we getting such a time gap between these seasons? It could be because they don't want to surpass the manga, because again, all of this feeds against each other, right? Like, the anime is supposed to popularize the manga, so people go and buy the manga. It's also supposed to popularize the light novel, so people go read the light novels. It's kind of like everything is marketing each other, right? But regardless, That Time I Got Reincarnated as Islam is one of my favorite isekai. I know a lot of people were making fun of season 3 because it was essentially meetings everywhere. I know the memes were crazy. I was laughing at them. I thought they were funny. To some extent, they were right. There were a lot of meetings in season 3, but I loved it, right? I love That Time I Got Reincarnated as Islam, and it just built upon the world. A lot of people just didn't like the fact that they were talking too much. They just want to see action. They just want to see Rimuru be Rimuru, OP main character, and destroying everybody, right? That's what a lot of people sign up for these isekai, and that's what they want to see. So when the anime slows down and they start, building the world, building the lore, building everything around the characters, they don't like it. Now, me personally, again, I loved it. I really hope that season 4 does not take 4 years or 2 or 3 years to get that, because that's gonna be insane. There's also rumors that we're gonna get a movie, but usually when they do movies, they're not canon. And I honestly, if it's not gonna be canon, I don't want to see it, right? Because it's not canon. I don't care about it, right? So if the movie is gonna be canon, then please go ahead, release it. I'm gonna be there in theaters day one to watch it, because again, I love the series. So yeah, this is kind of sad because I never want to see a good series that I love end, but it does give me hope, because we're still far away from what the light novel has released, right? We're like halfway through when we come to anime, right? The anime has only adapted half the stuff from the light novel. So at least for me, that means we're gonna get at least 3-4 more seasons of That Time I Got Reincarnated as Islam. And I really hope that they don't butcher this in the sense of like, maybe they'll release season 4 and then that's it. They never release another season ever again. But at the current pace that they're doing, if they're gonna be taking 2-3 years to release a season, it's gonna take like 12 years to get the whole thing. And that's probably a little too long, especially if the light novel series is gonna end in 2025. So yeah, I really do hope that we get more seasons more consistently. They do tend to be 24 episodes back-to-back course, so that probably puts a lot of strain on the studio that's animating this. But regardless, hey, if the light novel is gonna be ending this year, I hope it's a good ending. I hope the people that read the light novels, I hope they love it and it's not considered bad or controversial or anything like that, because again, I love the medium. I want to see it succeed, but I'm definitely going to be waiting every single year for the anime. I'm already missing That Time I Got Reincarnated as Islam, and I hope we get that next season fairly soon. But let me know what you think about this news. Are you sad? Are you a light novel reader? Do you mind if it ends this year? Or do you think maybe, just maybe, the editor is going to convince Fuse to keep writing? Because again, That Time I Got Reincarnated as Islam in the light novel world is printing money. But let me know what you think. And like always, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode. Peace out. Boom.